Hey Geico fans, today we're going to learn how to smoke using the Weber grill and the snake method. As you can see, I lined up the charcoal about 3 rows high, halfway around. Except for on this last end, I stacked it pretty high because I wanted more heat on that end. That way I could sear and crisp up the skin really well towards the end. This is using about 6 to 7 pounds of charcoal, and this will give you a burn time of about 6 to 7 hours. Now of course that'll be different depending on the charcoal that you use. This is not very good quality charcoal. This is just cheap stuff. So this will probably only last me about 5 to 6 hours. And this should keep a good constant temperature of about 275. So, next thing, we've got your pre-soaked wood chips. Don't tell my wife I'm using her good bowl, she will kill me. And you're just going to take your wood chips and sprinkle it generously all the way around. I personally do it 3/4 of the way around because you don't really get much intense smoke flavor on the last half of your burn anyways, because your meat's pretty much done. And it's going to get about as much smoke as you can get on it. And to fire this baby up, I've got some charcoal right here in my handy dandy chimney. We're just going to light this puppy up. Hope like heck that it catches on fire. It is a little windy today, so there might be a chance that it may not catch on the first go around. That's okay. We'll just keep trying. Shouldn't take too awful long. I think she's burning now. We'll just let that go for a little bit. And when it starts to get white on top, it'll be ready. We're going to pause for a minute and we'll be right back. And I'll show you how we get it lit. And we're back. Now you can see the charcoal's starting to turn white on the top. It's just about there. So I'm going to try to do this one-handed without burning the snaz out of myself. You know, gotta keep it family friendly. This is a family friendly channel. So we're just gonna walk over here and pour it on the side. Just to get it started. And we're going to add a few more chips. Get some of these dry ones, which will be fun. Be careful not to burn yourself. We'll start over here. Just put a little bit on there. And then we'll go around and get our grate. Just place your grate right on there. grab your lid. Make sure your lid's on nice and tight. That way you have the least amount of leakage. And starting out, I just want to leave my vent wide open. Just let the heat come up in the grill. We're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. Let it warm up, then we'll scrape it off and put our meat on. Now that our grill is nice and hot, we're just going to scrape this grate down really good. Get all the crusties off as best we can, because we know it's going to flare up. So we want to prevent as much flare up as possible. Sorry for my amateur camera work. I'm working on saving up to get a new camera. Having to use my phone. Not the best quality, not the easiest thing to do. So now that we've got the grate all brushed off and ready to go, I'm doing chicken legs. Love smoked chicken legs. After this, if you don't eat them all, you can freeze the rest. Don't like to take them, pop them in the in the air fryer for 10 minutes. Let them get nice and crispy. Toss them in buffalo sauce. Absolutely amazing. So all I did was take the chicken legs. I sprayed them with a butter garlic flavored spray just to help all the rubs stick on there. And I just used my favorite rubs, my homemade rub. If you like, you can comment down below and I can do a video pardon me, and show you step by step how I make my rub, which is great for pork, chicken, not so much beef, but really good for pork and chicken. What we're going to do now, we're just going to take a few at a time, and we're just going to pop them down as far away from the flame as we can. Keep them all towards the center. Listen to that sear. And we'll probably end up having to move these around because there is a lot of charcoal on there. So now that we've got them on, all you want to do is take your lid, close her up. Once again, check the bottom and make sure that you've got it on there good, because you don't want a lot of your smoke escaping. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to crank this, what they call a daisy wheel. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And I'm going to close it 3/4 of the way, just leaving just a little bit. That way we can keep as much smoke in this bad boy as possible. Now you can see it. Little bit of smoke escaping around the edge. Not a whole lot. So we know a lot of that smoke staying in there. And if anybody has any tips on how to really seal the lid, leave me a comment. I'd really love to hear from you guys. And remember, smoking meats, barbecuing, grilling out, the best thing in life. Have fun with it. No rules. Just experiment. You don't have to be a pit master. You don't have to be a chef like myself, who's been in the industry for 20 plus years. Just have fun. There is no right or really wrong way, you know. Just as long as it tastes good. Well, until next time, happy cooking. Guy Code out.